Hello, hello. I was going to do this on Monday and now it's Thursday. But anyway, here I am and I'm going to wait just a minute for some people to join us, and not to worry, this video will be saved so you can watch it later. What I'm going to do now is share the messages that I had already shared on my radio show, Blog Talk Radio, Let's Ask the Angels, last Saturday. And I'm also simulcasting Instagram stories live and also Facebook. So hello, both of you. I won't have time to stop and say hello to you a lot right now because I really want to just get into this reading that's really special. Like I said, I already went over it on the radio show, and sometimes I do a video. This will be my video for the week. If you don't know me, I'm Barbara Calvano, and I am an angel intuitive and a life coach. An angel intuitive, what is that? I'm a professional angel card reader, and I also channel messages. And I teach and I use angel therapy healing in my work with my clients. And if you want to know more about me, just join me at my YouTube channel under B. Calvano Coaching, Barbara Calvano, and also at my website by the same name. So here we go. This week I was guided to use this remarkable deck called Mother Mary Oracle by Elena Fairchild. I can't say enough about these cards. You know, every now and then you find a new deck that has such profound energy, such perfect vibes for what's going on in the world. And this particular deck with its beautiful paintings does that. And it's different. It's not Angel Tarot, which I'm also an expert at and I use a lot in my readings. But these cards are really speaking to me, and the messages are really coming through. The other thing is, what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to read a lot out of this text because it is so spot on. There's a lot going on in the world, and it reflects right back to us. And the people that I coach, the people that I work with, are people who are up to big things. So if you're working with a tarot card reader or an intuitive reader such as I, this is not just us giving you fortune-telling directions. This is really about you taking ideas, suggestions, and guidance and getting into massive action. And the difference between me and some other coaches is that I really work well with people who take the guidance and take the ball and start running with it. I've seen people create new marriages, have children, have babies, create new careers, and do things with their health that they've been blocked by for a long time. So I'm not for everyone, but I'm for people who really want to get into action in their lives. So hence the Force Life Coach. I'm not just going to tell you messages that make you feel better. Probably my messages may first piss you off, but then you'll see that it's something that you knew all along. You just needed that little extra push for you to get into action. So we are in Scorpio season, and if you haven't felt the shift in energy, it's pretty big. It's very big, and this is the time of year with the veil, what they say. The veil is very thin. So if you're already open-hearted, an empath, you're already doing a lot of things that are making you more conscious and aware, sober, very present in the world, you're going to feel a lot. And so it's the time to pay attention to the messages that you're receiving, but also not be stopped by it. And don't be stopped by the drama. Don't get distracted by the drama. Don't get hooked by the drama. And if anything, know that you're going to feel a lot. And the tendency is to stop and try to analyze everything. You know, sometimes we don't have to analyze the things. We already kind of know what we need to do. So it's kind of like heavy weather. Know that you're going to feel distracted, but at the same time, you can move forward. This is a time to really move forward. Even though we're going to be moving into the winter months pretty soon, it is a time to take everything that has opened up for you in the past year, 2 years, and to embrace the tools and techniques that you learned. And if you need more techniques and tools to help you stay focused and grounded, then look at my videos on my YouTube channel, or just follow me because I teach them a lot, the tools that we can use. So again, the Mother Mary Oracle, and this reading goes for the end of the week, but at the same time, it may very well, I'm sensing, work for you for the next few months and even next year. That's why I'm taking the time out to do this video. So the very first card is Our Lady Becoming. And becoming. We are very aware that we are becoming someone that we want to be. We're changing. We've worked on ourselves. And it's time to allow that person to really come forward. Look around at what's happening in the world. It is calling us to be our best selves. It's calling us to be fearless. It's calling us to take actions. And that's what we're also feeling with our spirit. So here it says from Mother Mary, and Mother Mary works for everyone, regardless of your spiritual background. You don't have to be religious. Mother Mary's energy is loving, it's powerful, it's profound, and it's there to give us support. All you have to do is say yes to it. That's it. There's no special rituals working with spirit. Though you maybe have been brought up with a certain protocols, go ahead and do what works for you. But here, when I work with Mother Mary, it's for everyone. And her energy is so extremely loving, and it's so powerful if you allow yourself to tap into it and allow herself to support you. So here it says, my beloved child, you are a divine flower preparing to bloom. You belong in the divine garden, and you will blossom into radiance. I have declared it, and it will be so. You shall thrive and be nourished into life. Your uniqueness and beauty shall not be hidden from the world, obscured by veils of fear and shame. I am the holy hand unveiling your secret light that it may pour forth the grace that heals the world. This is your destiny, and it will be. So again, I'm going to just share from this booklet today because it is so spot on, and it has so much to give us. You may have a sense that deep within you there is so much more than appears to be on the surface, so much more than what others can see. Even if you consider yourself an open book, so to speak, you may sense that within there is something more of you yet to be. It may be a role that you are yet to fulfill, perhaps that of a lover, spouse, or parent, or even a teacher or a healer. It may be a talent that you sense within you that have not fully developed as yet, for any number of reasons. It might even be a feeling that you are meant to live or work in another country. It may be that you sense you are to meet your soul tribe in the flesh this lifetime, that community in which you feel you truly belong, where you are loved and accepted just as you are. It might even be that you sense held within you a version of yourself that is more confident, expressive, honest, without shame, lovingly accepting and wise. This oracle comes to you with a message of grace, divine blessing from Mother Mary. That which you sense within, that unfolding destiny of which you dream, will be. Yes, beloved, it is time to believe, to act with a sense of inevitability, rather than hopeful fantasy. This is not a time to hold back and compromise on what is possible, but to surrender the how to the Divine Mother and allow her to assist you in becoming what you really are deep within. No matter whether you feel that this becoming is spiritual or mundane, anything that fulfills your heart is important for your own soul destiny, whether it seems obviously spiritual or not. So this oracle comes to you at a time when you may be uncertain of your future, about what is happening within you, or even whether or not anything is happening at all. You are asked to surrender. That's the key word. This is the time to surrender your concerns into Mother Mary's care and to take a step, any step that feels right for you. It might be enrolling in a class or doing a yoga practice. Your step might be to say yes to a social event or to purchase and read a book that has been drawing your interest. Becoming requires energy. So some of you want some things to happen, but you may not be wanting to put in that energy. It does require energy. We do not have to throw ourselves mercilessly into endless activity or become anxious that we must do something even while we do not exactly know what we're supposed to be doing. Those approaches would discharge our energy rather than build it. Instead, we can take steps that feel loving, one day at a time, trusting our inner nudges, knowing that they are the loving prompts of Divine Mother herself as she nurtures us into fullness of being. So if we've ever had the urge to get information that are we on the right track, taking those tiny steps, you are. And patience, we hate that word patience. Yeah, we have to be patient, one day at a time. It is that loving connection. It is falling in love with the process itself. Yeah, the process. Oh, we hate the process. But it is the process because that's life. We're living it right now. Our life is not at the end when the result happens. Our life is today, in this moment. So saying this prayer out loud can help us with this message about becoming, which is we want to just really let that word in. We are becoming that which what we have desired as long as we take those tiny actions every day. I call upon Mother Mary who loves me unconditionally. I ask for your blessing on my path. I ask that through your grace, guidance, and miraculous intervention, my becoming may be. I gratefully allow myself to be led into full expression of my divine nature in all aspects of my life. Through unconditional love, so be it. When you are ready, imagine yourself taking one next step. And to finish this, my becoming is assured. I am a unique divine blossom in Holy Mother's garden of life. I am nurtured, nourished, and supported as I now become all that I am through the protective tending of her grace-filled hands. I am. I am. I am. So that is the first part of the reading. The second part, the card is Our Lady of Great Power. So I'm telling you, this is really what I feel. Very, very special love coming from Mother Mary at this time where it could feel, if you are distracted by the drama of what's going on in the world, you might miss it. There's highs and lows, there's dark and light happening. If you can pay attention to the amount of light, rest assured you're going to be filled with that light. Even though we're in the time of more darkness here in North America as fall and winter are happening. But know that the light is very strong. It's a matter of you and I choosing the light over the darkness. So Our Great Power. Again, I'm reading from this incredible booklet from Elena Fairchild, incredible author and card creator. My robes form the heavens above. In my sacred feet the earth spins. In my eyes the stars of the night sky are born and shine. My hair forms galaxies, and in my heart many suns burn with divine love. What is there that could be greater than I? I am that all. I am love. Any fear, any doubt, any problem or concern? I hold you in my being so vast. There is nothing more powerful than I. I am the love that is all that you are. So all that Mother Mary, again, we don't have to be affiliated to any religion or anything to access the unconditional love and energy of Mother Mary. It's the greatest thing that I found out. You don't have to be a special, churchgoer to experience this. And if you are, that's fabulous. But Mother Mary wants to let us know that her power, her innate power, is our power also. So fear can loom so large at times that it may seem impossible to conquer. Doubt, despair, grief, and rage may take possession of our being, and all of a sudden there's no way out of the negativity or horror that we may be brave enough to feel. So as we are seeing more and more things happen in the world, it's easy we are empaths, we are open-hearted people, healers, teachers, people who just kind-hearted people who have opened ourselves to our own healing. We're going to feel a lot of things that are not going to feel great. And it's easy to be knocked down by it. It's easy to be so overwhelmed by what we see happening. And again, it's important for us to cut our cords daily with Archangel Michael and to shield ourselves, but also to know that we are much greater than all that we see happening. And sometimes we need to be reassured by that. As part of our honest and emotional journey, we are asked to feel these challenging emotions. They are part of what helps us rally the courage and strength to make choices that are helpful and healing to our planet whenever we can. If we cannot feel the horror of what is happening around us, we might lack the passions needed to summon all of our strength to act, to heal, to help, and to speak out. So it is like a catch-22. We are given these things to see so that we can rally up our strength and courage to fight back. We're seeing a lot of things that we may not want to see because of social media, via the internet. There are things in the world that before we didn't see. They would be in the newspaper or even on the radio way back then. But now we see them, we feel them. And rather than be numbed by it or numbing ourselves, Mother Mary helps us feel what we need to feel, and by doing so, we actually disappear those emotions. It's a whole nother technique. You actually experience it, allow yourself to experience it, and then it disappears, rather than resisting, because what you resist persists. That's a whole nother conversation. So it truly takes a great leader to be a great warrior for love on this planet. This leader does not give us false hope or imaginings that all the problems that need solving will magically go away if we close our eyes and hope hard enough. Instead, this leader inspires us with great encouragement and empowerment. This leader is honest about our healing light really being needed on this planet. There are environmental and socio-economic problems on this planet that are not all right and will need to fall apart so that the healing can occur for the greatest good. Without that honest, conscious acknowledgement that there is great wounding in our world that needs repair, we can be left with an undercurrent of anxiety and a feeling that something is wrong, but is not being openly acknowledged. Without this acknowledgement, constructive solutions are not being implemented. We must be careful that we don't allow our genuine optimism, which keeps us open and active, to become a source of falsehood. We must not allow it to tell us that nothing needs to happen and everything's fine, when Divine Mother tells us that this is not true at all. We need to be honest with ourselves and our suffering. We need not fear it, we need to be aware of it, and through awareness, healing can occur. So again, with what's going on in the world and in our governments and whatnot, even in our families, we don't have to hide from it. We just need to acknowledge it. And then each of us in our own personal way have actions that we are being guided to take, some more outward than others. You can make tremendous revolutionary differences just in your meditation. And someone else will be sitting in an office in Washington, D.C. at the Capitol. You know, you do what you do you. So here it says, yes, we also need that leader to inspire us with genuine hope and self-esteem, which helps us feel empowered to be able to make a difference. This will prevent us from collapsing into despair, believing that nothing can change, whether in our own lives or in the world around us. Our Lady of Great Power comes with a special message, such inspired spiritual leadership, which is the leadership of the Heavenly Mother herself. She tells us that no matter what we may be trying to accomplish upon the earth, she has the power to assist us towards success, and that power is beyond any obstacle. No matter whether a personal matter, a social matter, or environmental issue, legal or financial issue, spiritual crisis, or beloved other than that needs help, we can pray to her and she will provide us with what is needed. Our job is to act on that with trust, praying and listening, responding and waiting, acting, reflecting. This is how we live with her in grace and in the magnificence of her great power. So we're really getting a sense that there is power available for us to connect with. We just have to, one, it's not really believing in it, but having faith that there is one power greater than ourselves. That is one of the key things that I use when I work with my clients. Whether it's God, goddess, tree, nature, it doesn't matter. But that there is a force, a higher power, greater than ourselves, that we connect with, that we are also made in reflection of. The power of my Holy Mother is greater than all that is. She provides me with the best way through so that life and love may flourish now and always. So we were told this week about our becoming. We are being witnessed by the angels, by Mother Mary, by the archangels, that we know that we are becoming that which what we have dreamed of. We've been taking the actions. It is not a time to stop. Now we're being told about the great power, connecting to the great power. If Mother Mary's not as an energy that is difficult for you, not to worry. Connect to that you do daily with. And now, Our Lady of Truth. It's an incredible way of this whole week's reading to come back full circle. Our Lady of Truth, again from Elena Fairchild's booklet. When you choose to be in your truth, expressing and being you, you are with me. In those moments, your voice and every action rings true like a bell, sending out waves of sound that cut through that which no longer serves you. Being in your truth empowers that which can assist and support you on your life path. Don't hold back out of fear. Be kind and be true. Let me help you attain both of these spiritual goals now. Remember, being in your truth is how you are closest to me. Your world is changing, triggered by the transformations already happening within you as you grow spiritually. The change that is happening is a raising of your energetic frequency. You may find that you cannot stand some things which you once liked or loved. You cannot quite fit into the old life in the same way, yet the new life is not fully anchored either. You need some divine rocket fuel to launch you into new vibrations more fully, to allow yourself to live externally exactly what it is that you have become internally. You are bringing your inner world fully and completely into your outer world, and this is a time when worlds can collide. Old truths must give way to the new truths, and you must accept the change to be able to live in your new truth. So this is the whole thing about up-leveling, ascending. It's not always comfortable, but stick with it. Do your practices. Stay healthy. Stay conscious. I say stay sober for some people. Don't numb yourself just because you have these feelings. Nobody's ever died of feelings. And if you need help, you know you need to go to a counselor or a therapist, or you need professional help, you do that. You do take a little time out. In the time linear zone of the universe, a little blip is all it is if you need to take time out and get some counseling. That's all it is. And 5 years that might take someone. I remember when I first got sober 29 years ago. The first 5 years, I wasn't a down and out drunk, but 5 years of not having that wine cooler there when I was a little irritated or a little stressed wasn't a big deal, but I had to learn how to be in the world with all my full spectrum of emotions, all the rainbow colors of what it is to be a human being. Because when you are addicted to a substance, or you numb yourselves with food or alcohol or drugs, you're not living with your full banquet of emotions. We're living in happy, sad, reaction. So living in truth is a whole nother ballgame. Your world is changing, triggered by the transformation already happening within you as you grow spiritually. This oracle brings you comfort and guidance, encouraging you to honor your truths, and especially to be truthful with yourself as you possibly can. Sometimes we may hide the truth of what we feel even from ourselves, because we are scared of what may come as a result of being honest. I got to read that again. Sometimes we may hide the truth of what we feel, even from ourselves, because we are scared of what may come as a result of being honest. We might fear losing a relationship or a job. We might fear that another will be hurt or think badly of us. Perhaps we may want to control how others perceive us instead of being honest and running the risk of being criticized or subjected to disapproval. This is something I talk about with my clients a lot. Now, we're all going to die at one point. There will be an ending. But it would be so sad to have on our tombstone that she or he was too afraid to say what was on our mind because of what others may think. That we would live not fully expressing all of our talents because we were so afraid of criticism. We have Our Lady of Truth to help us bust that open, wide open. It's really a time to live in your truth. And as we go into 2020, that's what it's going to be about. There are going to be those who don't have the courage to do so. And what will manifest from them is a lot of criticism, a lot of upset, a lot of drama. And what do we get to focus on? We get to focus on those things that make us happy. That's the biggest revolution. That is the biggest revolutionary act you can take, following your joy in the midst of chaos, in the midst of upheaval. Will we be ignoring what's going on in the world? Absolutely not. But we will be tapping into a power of love that will show that this is what we're committed to, not only for ourselves, but for all people. When Our Lady of Truth appears, we are asked to run the risk of loss and to open up, be as real and truthful with ourselves as we can be, and not be fearful of letting someone or something go. Sometimes it isn't a matter of a situation or a person being bad, but simply that they may not be good enough for us or us for them. Sometimes we can be surprised at how truth turns an impossible situation around, actually bringing us healing and closeness. Where perhaps we once feared it would destroy a relationship, truth can often bring it new life. This oracle brings numerous messages. Your frequency is rising, and with this you will find that changes happen in your physical world. Embrace them and stay on course, for these changes are natural and helpful for all involved, even if there is pain for a while you let go and face the unknown. Our Lady of Truth is always with you and will protect you through all changes as you honor your true nature. You know, being honest with ourselves, being our honest self, being truthful. Some people will never get there. Some people's whole life will be masked by living in inauthenticity, not being honest, not being authentic. It is a huge breakthrough. It is a huge high level of incarnation to say, I am only willing to live in my truth. This is my incarnation. It may be my last incarnation, if you're lucky, but it is a time to live. And honestly, most people will not live in their truth because of fear of how it will look with other people, what will people say, and will it feel uncomfortable? Yeah, it's going to feel uncomfortable at first. Anything new feels uncomfortable. So there's a message that although you may seem to be surprising people with unusual behavior at times, they may say that you aren't acting like yourself. This is not something to worry about. Perhaps what they really mean is that you aren't acting like the person they thought you were. This is not a bad thing at all. You are allowed to act as the person you truly are, or are just starting to become, because you are growing. You know, sometimes when we take on a whole new way of being or making changes in our life, we may not get the support that we would like, but that's also part of our lesson. That's also part of the plan. Learning to be self-determining. Yes, we need the support of others, but there's going to be times when we got to climb the mountain alone. We got to put on those pants, one leg at a time. We got to climb the ladder. So you are allowed to act as the person you truly are, or just starting to become, because you are growing. Your truth will require that you change. Sometimes deeply and radically. Sometimes quite simply and subtly, depending on what is happening within you. Trust it. Trust it. Finally, if you have been subjected to gossip and lies and attack, deceptions, or are in a situation where you know that there are dark dealings or activities which are causing suffering to others, pray to Our Lady of Truth, Mother Mary, who loves you unconditionally, for protection for yourself. Then pray for her presence to bring the light of truth to that situation for the greatest good. Do not imagine that you have to be vigilant for her justice, or she has many methods and recourses available to her. But do listen to your heart and your truths and act accordingly. Even your mere presence in such a place, with a heart drenched in prayer, will help her healing take place. But also honor any guidance you have to withdraw from such a situation when the time is right. This is really important. Paying attention to the flags when it's time to leave a situation. You don't have to wait until it's really 3D, physical. Start learning to trust your intuition. That's one of the things why I teach about connecting with the angels. It teaches you to trust your feelings. You can trust when you have a sense that someone's not being faithful, someone's lying to you. This could be personal relationships and also business relationships. So if you find it difficult to access your truth sometimes, perhaps because they were not mirrored or validated when you were a child, do not concern yourself, for this oracle brings a message that a healing is taking place within you, so that your access to your own truth can open up for you. You are encouraged to complete the following healing process on a regular basis, from 2 to 3 times a week or every day for the next 3 weeks. And I'm going to go ahead and do this healing process with you. Before you, there is a large white bell created from pure light. A woman in a white robe with a crown of white roses steps forward to strike the bell with one clean, strong stroke. Pure, powerful sound rings out, echoing through you. Intend to receive that sound for a few moments. Know that it is helping support you as you elevate your frequency. You don't have to understand how it happens. Through her power, it just happens. The woman closes her eyes and places her hands in prayer for a moment. She then opens her eyes and gazes directly at you. You can hide nothing from her, and you realize that she loves and supports you completely. When you are ready to close your healing process, you can say the following affirmative prayer 3 times. Mother Mary, Our Lady of Truth, let your light of truth shine within my heart. May I know and live my own truths with kindness, compassion, and courage. May each one of us be supported in doing so that we may live and let live without fear. May the light of your perfect justice shine bright for the greatest good for all. So be it. So this is all from Elena Fairchild's beautiful oracle, Mother Mary Oracle. Again, it's energy. It's for all people, regardless of your spiritual path, religion, lack of religion, doesn't matter. Mother Mary's energy is like a blanket of warmth that you can surround yourself with at any moment. Connecting with the angels is something you can do at any given time also, with no special rituals. It really is about connecting to good. For me, it took many years. Although I did this privately, personally, I connected to my intuition, followed the guidance. It helped me go through so many passages in my life. But then it just came upon me in the past couple of years that this is a real palpable thing that I could share about, and it's actually quite needed. We need to know that we can have faith in the good. We need to know that there is something that I feel that there is a positive thing happening despite seeing all that what's happening in the world. When I was younger, I spent many years pondering, how can I be happy if there's so much suffering in the world? I mean, this is what I came upon when I was young, and I know I'm not alone with this. So the angels are helping us, Mother Mary is helping us to know that your dreams, I say our dream of a world without suffering, is a mutual dream and can exist. Our dream where people respect one another. Our dream where children are protected and respected. Our dream where all children, all people have water, food, animals are protected. This is a mutual dream. And we can still have this and be sensitive people, open-hearted people, while we go through the process of our own lives itself. And that is another key thing. You don't have to stop your life in order to create your dream. The basic things that you need to face every day are your lessons. And through the process of life itself, as you courageously face those things you need to face, and it could be addiction, it could be depression, it could be an illness, it could be having a gift you so want to share with the world but don't feel supported. Mother Mary, archangels and angels are here to support you to totally be yourself in the world. Be your truth. Our Lady of Truth. That was the final card. You're being supported at this time. So it may look like a time of darkness on the planet. At the same time, the dark is really dark. Well, I'm going to tell you, the light is really bright. And it is important for us to take time out every day to meditate on the light, because the darkness could easily engulf us. The past couple of days as we started to move into Scorpio were pretty intense. They don't have to be. So thank you so much for listening. Follow me at my website, B. Calvano Coaching, and you can receive weekly messages, my newsletter, When I have specials with my angel card reading sessions, they show up there, which I also have right now through October 31st. I have 2 specials on my readings. If you're new to working with angel card readers, you might want to take a look at that. It's a really good deal, and the prices will go back up after the 31st. Is there anything else? No, follow me also on Blog Talk Radio. Let's Ask the Angels. It's on iTunes as also as a replay, and on Spotify. So if you want to just listen to the weekly readings, sometimes they coincide with what's going on in your life right now. And you can listen to the listener call-ins, the questions that they ask, and how I interact with them. All right, my friends, thank you so much for spending some time with me, and have a really nice evening. Bye-bye.